Welcome to the 8th annual Amatic Math Ceremony. I feel like I'm like miles away here. Do feel free to walk up a little bit. Anyway, knights always tell the truth, and knaves always lie. A knight sits in a circle with 8 other people, each either a knight or a knave. Each of the 9 people says, I'm sitting next to exactly one knave. Find the maximum possible number of knaves. This and 19 other questions were the questions that our competitors in this year's Amatic competition answered, and we have never done as well as we did this year as a team, but we will have more details on that later. In fact, I want to talk about teamwork because this event, as well as the achievements, would be impossible without teamwork. And so it's time to thank the people that were part of the team. Helping out with the Amatic event coaching and proctoring, we have in alphabetical order, Sotero Alvarado, Light Bryant, Dewey Chang, Reetika Dhawan, Brett Peterson, Ayla Peterson, Dan Russo, Miguel Sanchez, and James Stewart, all of them professors of mathematics here at the college. And then in order of appearance, I would like to thank Dr. Linda Elliott Nelson, Dr. Cecilia Vigil, Professor Christina Hockey, Mr. Dan Foth, Professor Everardo Martinez, and the Human Resources Department, and Lori Stoft. Also, again, word of thanks to our corporate sponsors, Maple Software, Texas Instruments, Pearson, Chicago Title, and the National Science Foundation. But let's not forget, this is mainly about celebrating our students' achievement and the team's achievement. So that's the #1 reason that we've gathered here today. Without further ado, let me bring up Professor Light Bryant, Chair of the AWC Mathematics and Engineering Department.
Thank you, Luis. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here today to recognize and honor the remarkable achievements of 5 AWC students in the prestigious annual National Student Mathematics League competition. Professor Dan Russo will explain in more detail how and why their performance has been so outstanding this year. I want us also to acknowledge and celebrate our mathematics department here at AWC, whose members day in and day out do such a fantastic job of teaching, mentoring, encouraging, and coaching our students, motivating and inspiring them to develop to their full potential. The first time we did this, I believe, was in 2004, 2005, or 2005, 2006. When we had our award ceremony that day, it was in the back of room LR53, and Dan was there and Linda was there. And I think we had maybe at most 10 or 12 people. I recall it being kind of a dark, gloomy occasion. And now, 10 years later, it's a totally different scenario. Here we are in a bright, beautiful new building, and our students, compared to then, have done extraordinarily more than we did back 10 years ago. 10 years ago, less than a quarter of our current mathematics department was here on staff. We've added more than 3/4 of our current math department since that time. 10 years ago, we had at most 1 section of differential equations and 1 section of calculus 3. It is now common to have as many as 3, and probably not in the not too distant future, even 4 sections of differential equations in calculus 3. So it's due to the extraordinary work of our math faculty, along with the hard work of all of our students, that we're here today. And so I want to acknowledge my fellow faculty, as well as celebrate my fellow students. So I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Linda Elliott Nelson, Vice President of Learning Services.
Thank you, Light. I was having the same type of flashback as Light did, where I was remembering being in that dark LR53 classroom with a handful of people, although we were just as proud of the students as we are today. Again, I want to tell our students we are so proud that you took the initiative to take this exam, and we're very proud of your achievements. And in particular, we have such an excellent faculty here at AWC, and it shows how much beyond the call of duty they go to help our students, because that's why they are here. So thank you very much, and congratulations to our students.
Fourth on the agenda, we have Professor Dan Russo, who will describe to us in vivid detail, as only he can, the current and past achievements of the AWC Student Math League. Welcome, Professor Dan Russo.
So I'll explain again if you haven't been here before. The exam actually is it's two parts, one in the fall, one in the spring. They combine for the individual awards, they combine both scores. And each round, they choose the 5 top scores, and that makes our team score. So our team really isn't 5 people, it's probably more, because this is a top from both rounds. As far as how we did, going back to the first year, we actually had the regional winner that year. I don't know if you guys remember. And Fong Chao was one of our coaches at that point. One thing of kind of personal satisfaction this year is it's actually the first year we've ever beat Glendale, who Fong Chao coaches now. So, so this year we had probably by far the best year ever, both individually and as a team. We've never done as well as a team before. Individually, we had the top score in Arizona, the 3rd highest score in the Southwest region, which is Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona. We also had the number 8, number 16, and number 20 in the Southwest region. So we had four of the top 20 were from AWC at the end. We had the top females. I'm giving away things that later, no names yet. But we had the top female score in the Southwest region. That student will be honored actually by some women's organizations later who honor all the regional top female scores. And as I mentioned, well, we'll go on to the team. Team was 1st place in Arizona, which we've never done before. 3rd place in the Southwest region, which we've never come close to scoring that high before. Our round 2 score was 2nd in the Southwest region, only 2nd to Austin Community College, who gets about hundreds of people to do this exam. They actually award cash prizes to the first 20 places at their college. And our round 2 score is actually 22nd in the nation, which is out of 200 teams. I already mentioned that can I mention again we beat Glendale this year? But just a great job by everybody this year. It's not only hard to get students to do well, but it's hard to get them to come to do both rounds and do well in both rounds. So sometimes we have people that do really well, then they just don't even come back for the next round. So congratulations to everybody, and I'll turn it back over to Luis.
Number 5 on our agenda is Dr. Cecilia Vigil, Professor of Biology, former Division Chair, and current Director of Engineering Grants. Let's welcome Dr. Cecilia Vigil.
I love AWC. Everybody knows that. I am the biggest advocate of AWC, and this is why. Number 1, I want to congratulate the students that you signed up and participated, because this is outside of the classroom. And number 2, that you were so successful. We are so proud of you. The faculty, the community is here to support you in your alma mater. And this is an alma mater that prides itself in giving you the support and the tools that you need to succeed. And we're doing something right because you succeeded. But this is also an alma mater that is looking forward to you continuing your education and getting your bachelor's, getting your PhDs, going into the workforce. And this is an alma mater that wants to see you come back over here and walk these halls that you now call home. It's final, so you're not loving your home right now. And maybe send your children here because it's only going to get better. Congratulations, everyone. We're so proud of you. An applause.
I want to call up now Mr. Dan Fouth of Chicago Title, who has been with us since the beginning, and he has given his support every year, and formerly through the foundation and currently through community and educational partnerships. But it's the same Mr. Fouth, always generous, always loyal. Please come up.
First of all, I wasn't sure, did you guys beat Glendale this year? Yeah, okay, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't realize you guys were so competitive. I come from a really competitive family, and it's nice to see that other people are competitive like that. First of all, I'm here representing the AWC Foundation. I'm a board member, and for all you students here and faculty, if you haven't given of your time or your money to the AWC Foundation, I would encourage you to do that either now or at later stages of your life. I'm also here as the manager for Chicago Title. I'm in a position where I'm able to donate funds for this. If some of you have been here in the past, you'll remember that my father and my wife are both math teachers. So if I didn't do this, I would probably be in trouble with them. And I'm also here as a 24-year member of the community. And it's nice to be able to give back to the community, see the young people every year excelling and being able to contribute to that. So thank you very much.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the presentation of awards. Professor Reetika Dhawan will be presenting all the prizes. She hauled them over here and we're presenting them in order from 5th to 4th place. For the first place, she will be assisted by Professor Everardo Martinez, Associate Dean of South Yuma County Services. Welcome up to the podium, Professor Reetika Dhawan, for the awards.
All right, I will make noises first, right? Then I will start. All right, let's honor these students, which we all are very proud of. And I will start from the 5th place. Is Richard Loera, and he will receive a calculator. It's a TI-84 color calculator, Maple, which is the software we use for programming, and also he will use a hard copy of calculus book. Richard Loera. I remember once he asked me from where are you, and I told him from Afghanistan. I was wearing a dot. Fourth place is Mi Hong. She also receiving a TI-84 calculator, Maple. She doesn't care for hard copy of calculus book. She said, everything is right here. So I don't care. You don't give me calculus book. So, Mi Hong. Third place is Gabrielle Mitchell. Did I say your name right, Gabrielle? Not yet? One day. He's also receiving a $100 check from Chicago Title, calculator, Maple, and also a hard copy of calculus book. Second place, I should say that name correct. It's Indian, right? So second place is Jishan Javed, and he's also receiving $100 check from Chicago Title, calculator, Maple, hard copy of calculus book, and he's also going to receive a check from Arithmetic for his second place in the state. So, congratulations. And now is the first place. First place is Dania Figueroa. And she's the first place for us, she's receiving $200 check from Chicago Title, calculator TI-84, Maple, hard copy calculus book, check from AMATIC, and check from Arithmetic also. Congratulations, and we are so proud of you.
It's my pleasure to be here and recognize Dania. She has been my student for 2 semesters in art history, and it's interesting to have her in the art history class because her perspectives as students go with class discussions are really phenomenal, because I think that mathematics, as we're finding out more and more, I think, is actually the language of God. And because that actually, if you want to find the true relationship, I think what Gandhi, who was looking for harmony in the world, and further back, what Buddha was looking for is the understanding of all harmony in the world. And I think ultimately, if you really want to understand that, you have to understand the relationship of those things. And truly, the only relationship without any emotion attached would have to be a quantifiable reasoning explaining the universe. And I think Dania speaks in those terms. And so sometimes it's a blessing to be part of the faculty group that kind of launches that Hubble telescope that looks into the future. And I think that's what we're looking for as faculty members here, is opening the door and being the foundation in which these telescopes that see that language, que entienden el idioma de los dioses. Dania viene de Sonora, su mamá y su hermano están aquí. Es un privilegio y un honor to have you here. Muchísimas gracias por el trabajo. Felicidades, Dania. What you've achieved is exemplary. And as I mentioned before, I really believe what we're witnessing here is a foundation of the future work which will probably occur as we watch you from heaven in our lives, because you are young and we are the people who sow the seeds for the young. Thank you very much. And thank you, AWC, and math professors, for the opportunity that you do provide. It's a real blessing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We also are giving a $20 gift card for the top 5 round second place this semester. These are Dania Figueroa, Mi Hong, Alan Cook, Jishan Javed, and Richard Loera. So they have a $20 gift card. They're going to figure out themselves how they're going to distribute between themselves, right? And then go and do whatever they like to. So as a team, you guys.